Dr. Jessica Ash here. Today I'm having lunch with Phyliss Shubbs. She's a friend of a long time. She hosted my engagement party, and she's retired. She has two adorable dogs, Peanut and Butter, and her husband is a retired psychiatrist. They were originally from the Northeast Corridor, what that means is it's up by Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York area. And he was Ivy League educated, brilliant man. And Phyliss and I are going to talk about her hobbies today. We are pulling into Deerfield Town Center. You can see the sign on the right. So I've arrived at the restaurant, and so has Phyliss.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Phyliss Shubbs. I'm having lunch with Jessie, and what they just put down in front of me is a ahi tuna salad. It's fresh ahi, mostly raw, with avocado and lettuce and I don't know what else, bacon bits, and it looks really good. It looks like it's more than enough for one person. I could either have it for dinner or take it home and do whatever. Jessie and I get together every once in a while for lunch, and this is one restaurant that we usually find something we both like, which is always helpful.
So you just met Phyliss. I today got fish tacos with green beans and with pecan crusted with pecans. It looks really good. I wanted to show you my fish tacos. They have this corn on them and this amazing sauce, and they're really tasty. I had kind of wanted them to be fried, but they're not, they're grilled. So I'm kind of happy about that. And they're awesome. Okay.
Hi again. Well, the salad was wonderful, but I can't eat the whole thing, or I don't want to eat the whole thing at this point. So I want to tell Jessie about this meeting I went to the other day. First of all, the meeting was held outside at a park so that we could social distance. Some of the people seem to have forgotten that, so I ended up having to move away, but that worked. But what it was about, it was an art club, and sometimes I paint. But what I was very disappointed about is since COVID has come and we've been basically home or all the time at home, I touched my painting a little bit, but very little. There's so much time that I could be doing it, I didn't understand why I wasn't. And a professional artist who was talking to us said she found that once lockdown came, she stopped painting. And then 2 or 3 other people at the meeting said the same thing. They maybe started 2 or 3 weeks ago, but they hadn't been painting since January, or since March. So anyway, that was nice to hear. And then in the background, somebody had mentioned that one of the people at this art club.
But why was it nice to hear? Because it was like reaffirmed that you stopped and you felt guilty. So
I felt I had so much time, and I have moved everything I used to paint to the basement. And now I moved it upstairs so I could see the paintings, because you really have to see them. You do some and then you walk away and you work on it, and then when you can't do anything else, you just leave it. You abandon it, but the fact that you leave it on an easel and you can see it means that you say, oh yeah, I need to do this here, I need to do that. Nothing was working. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll leave this here whenever you're ready.
Thanks.
So anyway, it was nice to hear, that some of these people did abstract, or one person did abstract, which is what I'm more interested in at this point. So after the meeting was over, she and I talked, and she says, yeah, nobody else in the club does abstract at all. And it's not like they do watercolors and abstract or anything with abstract. They just don't do it. So she and I are going to find a time. She got 3 pictures accepted in a show, and hopefully sometime this week or next week we'll get together and we'll go to the show. and I'll see what kind of abstract she does. And she was glad to talk to me, even though she's probably much more proficient and much more experienced. But just to have somebody else, so much of what we talked about came out the same. You know, I do this because, and she'd say, so do I, and she'd say it, and I would say, yeah, that's what I do. So it was really fun. It was a fun meeting, and my friend's been trying to get me to come to this art club, to a meeting for 3-5 years, and it's like, I'm not interested in a club. And there's nobody who teaches abstract in the city. There's nobody who teaches acrylics in the city, oil and watercolors. It's a very old-fashioned city. So just to find somebody who works with acrylics, does abstract, and just loves doing that kind of stuff, it's really exciting for me. It still is.
Well, and I was thinking about at the beginning of lockdown, people couldn't do anything because they were paralyzed with fear.
Right. Yeah, but if you're in your house with your own supplies and everything, there was no fear.
But it was still there. I mean, there are a lot of studies out there saying, no, this is not the time to write your book because you're so mentally encumbered by what's going on around you.
Like, I've got to go to the grocery store, but what's going to happen if I go to the grocery store?
Right, yeah.
And what are they going to be out of this week? We're not used to being out of supplies. I mean, even now, you still go and you find some shelves are empty.
Pasta. Everybody's stocking up on pasta. Yeah.
Well, I went to get Pam, you know, the spray that you cook with. There was nothing. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 containers of whatever. Instead of the small and the large and this brand, there's 2 or 3. And I didn't want what they had. I already had them.
Crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
All right. You want to say goodbye?
Goodbye. It was nice talking to you.
Not that it has to be perfect. We've had lunch and now we're going home. It's a beautiful building. Okay, got it. Several months ago, I went to Dillards and I bought a great outfit for a trip I was taking to Florida. We're pulling into Kenwood Mall. Looks like people are shopping after all. Hard to park the truck, so I'm gonna park it though without hitting any cars. Hi, I'm here in Dillards with Charo, and Charo was wonderful a month ago, and she helped me when she didn't have to. So, can you tell them how you helped me?
Yes. Hi, how you doing? My name is Charo. I was helping Jessie to find her clothes. And a beautiful clothes that she found for her vacation. She was going to
Florida.
I found a bathing suit and a beautiful dress and all the pieces, and I made her happy. And she, when ready to check out, I wrapped everything for her, and we didn't realize that she forgot one dress. And she left and she didn't realize, and I didn't realize, but I found the dress after days, and I wrapped very nice. I took her name and I called for her inside the store room, made sure that she's not going to lose the dress. And when she realized after maybe 1 week,
A month.
a
It was
month, she
later.
realized that the dress was not in her house, and she was worried, and she called me, and I said, yes, no problem, your dress is here, waiting for you. We hold for you your dress.
And then when I came back, you saw me all the way across the store, and you said, Jessie, I have it.
Yeah, so I tried to tell her that her dress is here, and then, so she doesn't want to be worried that we're safe.
Yeah.
So the most important is we try to be healthy with all our clientele and people and dealers working like that.
Yeah, she's just
Nice lady.
You're wonderful, Charlie.
And I
Thank you.
was glad to meet Jessie
Uh-huh.
and dealers.
Charo is just the best. I'm so glad I got to see her. And I did find a blouse that I like. Who knew that would happen?